Wolves beat Fulham to boost their European hopes, and Woodrow scores late leveller for Luton at Palace. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the goal line. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? It is the goal line. I am John. Of course, I'm your host, and there's a couple of interesting things that happened today. Even Neil Warnock steps down as the Aberdeen manager after the win. I'll quickly give you a little insight onto that. It says Aberdeen manager steps down after Scottish Cup win. Aberdeen won the Scottish Cup. Neil Warnock has stepped down as Aberdeen manager less than an hour after guiding the club to the Scottish Cup semi-finals. And the chairman, Dave Cormack, says that the club are in an advanced stage in their search to replace him. I mean, Neil Warnock is, 74, 75, I think, now. There's an article on BBC, the BBC Sport app, so make sure you check that out. And it was a bit of a shame for Crystal Palace this evening. So it's so nice to have light. Sorry, it's the summer months. Summer's well on its way. A shame for Crystal Palace. In the 96th minute, Luton scored. Cauley Woodrow scored his first Premier League goal of the season. A stoppage time goal from Cauley Woodrow saw Luton Town snatch a draw against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. The Eagles made a fast start, and Jean-Pierre Matata put his team into the lead after just 11 minutes. But, I mean, Palace were punished for not taking their opportunities when second-half substitute Woodrow headed in a cross from Andros Townsend in the 96th minute to spark wild celebrations in the away end and earn what could be a vital point for Luton in the fight against relegation. There is another story I wanted to talk about. Bournemouth 2, Sheffield United 2. Sheffield United did have quite a lot of, had a 2-0 cushion just for Bournemouth to then claw it back. If truth be told, if there was a little bit more time, Bournemouth might have actually even won that. There was a stoppage time equaliser, rescued a point for Bournemouth and denied Sheffield United a precious 3 points in their fight for the Premier League survival. It says here the goal was harsh on Sheffield United, who were much improved from Monday's defeat at home to Arsenal and had a 2-0 until the 74th minute at the Vitality Stadium. It's on the BBC app or the red button. And Wolves, Fulham got a 98th minute goal. However, Wolves basically, it says here, Wolves gave their hope of playing European football next season a boost as they beat Fulham to move up to 8th in the Premier League. There was more than a hint of good fortune about the second as Nelson Semedo's shot took a big deflection off Tom Cairney to leave Fulham goalkeeper the Fulham goalkeeper helpless. Alex Iwobi pulled one back deep into stoppage time with a clever improvised finish, but there was barely time for the game to restart as Wolves held on. That's basically the big stories that are going around at the moment. I will bring you the results of today. So we start off, as always, in the Premier League. Man United 2, Everton 0, Bournemouth 2, Sheffield United 2, Crystal Palace 1, Luton 1, Wolves 2, Fulham 1, and there is a game going, the late night kickoff. We're 12 minutes in, it's Arsenal 0, Brentford 0. The Scottish Cup quarterfinals, Aberdeen 3, Kilmarnock 1. We're then going to the Championship, which is Cardiff 2, Ipswich 1, Blackburn and Plymouth was 1-1, Hull and Leicester was 2-2, Millwall 1, Birmingham 0, Norwich 5, Rotherham 0, Preston 1, Stoke 2, QPR 0, Middlesbrough 2, Southampton 4, Sunderland 2, and Watford 1, Coventry 2. The Women's FA Cup, there was an earlier game which finished Liverpool Women 2, Leicester City 2. And there is one that's ongoing. It's 26 minutes in, and it's Brighton Women 0, Man United Women 2. Going to League One is Barnsley 1, Lincoln City 5, Blackpool 0, Portsmouth 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Derby 3, Burton 1, Peterborough 3, Cambridge 1, Northampton 1, Charlton Athletic 3, Carlisle 2, Exeter 2, Bolton 2, Oxford United 2, Cheltenham 1, Port Vale 1, Shrewsbury 2, Reading 1, Wickham 2, Stevenage and Fleetwood was 0-0, and Wigan 1, Leyton Orient 0. Going into League 2, Accrington Stanley 0, Bradford 3, Barrow 2, Colchester 0, Doncaster 2, Crewe 0, Forest Green 2, Walsall 0, Gillingham 1, Tranmere 1, Harrogate 1, Crawley 2, Mansfield 3, Swindon 2, MK Dons 3, Salford 1, Morecambe 1, Wrexham 3, Notts County 0, Wimbledon 2, Stockport 1, Newport 0, and Sutton United rescued a point against Grimsby to make it 1-1. Going to the Vanarama National League. Aldershot 2, Oldham 0, Altrincham 0, Woking 1, Chesterfield 4, Flyde 1, Halifax 2, Bournemouth 1, Kidderminster 0, York 0, Maidenhead United 4, Dorking 2, Rochdale 2, Oxford City 2, and there is a game that is ongoing at the moment in the 14th minute. It is Southend 0, Dagenham Redbridge 1. There was then some FA Trophy quarterfinals match. Bromley 2, Barnet 0, Gateshead 3, Peterborough Sports 2, Macclesfield 3, Colville Town 0, and Wealdstone 1, Solihull Moors 1, but Solihull Moors win 4-3 on penalties. Going into the National League North, the Spennymoor Town 2, Darlington 1, Banbury United 0, Southport 1, Blythe Spartans 0, Kingsley 1, Chester 0, Curzon Ashton 0, Farsley Celtic 2, Alfreton 3, Gloucester 3, Boston United 7, Hereford 0, Chorley 1, Rochelle Olympics 0, Buxton 3, Scarborough 0, Tamworth 1, South Shields 0, Brackley Town 1, and Bishops 0, Scunthorpe 5. Going into the National League South now, Avery 0, Weymouth 2. There was a delay in one kick-off match between Bath City and Farnborough, then the 85th minute. Bath City 0, Farnborough 2, that's the latest score. Braintree 1, Slough Town 1, Eastbourne 1, Hemel Hempstead 0, Hampton and Richmond 2, Chippenham Town 1, Havant and Waterlooville 2, Tunbridge 2, Mason United 1, St Albans City 2, Torquay 4, Dartford 1, Worthing 1, Taunton Town 3, and Yeovil Town 0, Wenning 1. There is another late score. It's in the 85th minute. It's Weston-super-Mare 1, Dover 0, and there is a 7:30 kickoff, which is Truro and Chelmsford City. That is the latest scores I have at the moment. One update to bring you on: in the 19th minute, Arsenal have scored just now against Brentford in a 1-0. So Arsenal are leading Brentford 1-0 at the moment. None of the other scores have changed currently. No, no, it is still the same at the moment. Guys, don't forget, if there's anything you want to ask me as a question, or if there's a team, your favourite team that you want me to talk about, if you want to have a question debate, I can do a live. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, guys, let me know what you want to hear, as well as the results, as well as the fixtures, as well as the headlines. If there's a team that you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about, let me know. Let me know in the comments section. And while you're doing that, if you could click a like on my video, that would be really, really great. And if you could subscribe as well, and click the bell icon, I'd be even more grateful. It'd be good. And of course, you got that share button, so share it with your friends on Messenger, Facebook, YouTube, whoever, and let them know about my football channel. Because obviously I'm here every Saturday to talk about whatever you want to talk about. On my, because I've got an ASMR channel, lots of people used to ask me about football. This is why I created this channel. But it doesn't seem as though I'm getting the feedback that I really wanted. So if it would be a really, really, really great thing for me if you could like the videos, comment as well, and subscribe and click that bell icon. That'd be brilliant. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to leave it for there, because we're getting on to 12 minutes. Let me just have a quick check for you, make sure nothing's changed. Arsenal was still in front of Brentford. Man United women are still in front of Brighton. Dagenham Rugby still in front of Southend in the National League. And Farnborough are still in front of Bar City, and Weston-super-Mare are still in front of Dover. Let me just give you a quick rundown of the league, as the Premier League as it is. Arsenal are top currently because they are beating Brentford. So 1 Arsenal, 2nd Liverpool, 3rd Man City, 4th Aston Villa, 5th Tottenham, 6th Man United, 7th is West Ham, 8th is Wolves, 9th is Newcastle, 10th is Brighton, Chelsea is 11th. Fulham is 12th, Bournemouth is 13th, Crystal Palace is 14th, Brentford is 15th, Everton is 16th, 17th. Sorry, Everton is 16th, Nottingham Forest is 17th, and the three teams, the 18th, 19th and 20th is Luton, Sheffield United and Burnley respectively. Burnley is only bottom because obviously Sheffield United managed to hold on against Bournemouth, so they are just a point above. Yeah, okay guys, so yeah, that's going to do it for now. But please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below about what team you'd like me to talk about, and I will see you next week. Till then, ciao for now, guys. Thank you.